Hey, welcome everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and this is 1919 World Series Game 3. All right, it's this time we're in Comiskey Park, and for this game, it's semi-big for righties, semi-big for lefties, and a grass field. Let's go over the lineups. It's Rath, the second baseman. He's the cold batter. Dulbert, the first baseman. This is for the Reds, by the way. Third baseman, Groh. Center fielder, Roush, batting cleanup. Fifth is Duncan, the left fielder. Shortstop, Kopf, is hot today, but he's also a iron fielder, not very good. Neal, the right fielder, is batting seventh. Batting eighth is Raritan, the catcher. And batting ninth is Fisher, who is on the mound today. Ray Fisher. He is a star control pitcher. For the White Sox, Black Sox, right fielder is Leibold. Second baseman, Collins. Third baseman, Weaver. Cleanup is Shoeless Joe. Fifth is Felsch, center fielder. He's the hot batter. First baseman, Gandil, a gold fielder, is cold today, and he's batting sixth. Batting seventh is Rizzberg, shortstop, Swede Rizzberg, semi-iron. Catcher, Schalk, is batting eighth, and batting ninth is the pitcher, Dickie Kerr, semi-control. And we're right about to start. Let's do this. We're playing History Maker Baseball, so if you want to see it played with an interesting World Series and some interesting teams, here it is for you. And this is Tony Porter for Cards and Dice TV, and I'll go over the umpires. Remember to join Universal Baseball Association on Facebook group, and that's affiliated with a bunch of other groups. Now, the behind the plate is going to be Tom Connolly. He's respected. Third base is Hank O'Day. He's strict and semi-questionable. Billy Evans is in at second base, respected and semi-lenient. And Bill Clem is respected, and he's the first base umpire. Let's do it. So in this game, it's a little bit different. We're grabbing 3d6, and we're going to read from the low result to the high result. That's what we're going to do in this game, right? From the low to high result. And then, of course, we always have the decider die. So let's do it. It's Maury Rath at the plate. He's a lefty batter, so it's lefty on lefty. And that's a 1-1-5. And there's a lot going on in this game. And most of it is with page flipping. Oh, Jesus. Hold on 1 second. Had something go flying off your desk. Just played a Stratomatic game with the classic 1976 hard-to-find season. And that went flying off the... All right. And, yeah, so we got to go to the book, and we got to keep that open to the main pages, but you're going to see a lot of page flipping in this game. All right, so it's 1-1-5, and that's going to say fresh. Yes, it is. So it's popped up in the infield, and it's a second baseman for out number one. That's Collins putting it away. So Rath is out on a pop-up. Next up is Jake Dulbert, the first baseman. Here's a pitch from Dickie Kerr. He winds and deals, and that's a 1-5-6, which is a blank. And then it asks me if he's a whiffer. Not too many whiffers during this era. It's Outfield Drama, so we're getting a lot of Outfield Dramas. So let's go to Outfield Drama, and it's a 3-3, which asks me is the left fielder gold. So left fielder is Jackson, and he is gold. So he's going to make a nice, quick retrieval of a solid single. Otherwise, it would have been a single and an error. Okay. So he, so wait a second, 3-3, yep. So it's a single for Dulbert. And now who's going to come up? It's going to be Heine Groh. Here's a pitch from Kerr. He looks over at first base, and that's a 3-4-6. 3-4-6 is a blank. Then it asks me about the batter. blank for the pitcher. Is the batter eager? He is not. So it's going to be ball 4, and it's going to take us to chemistry. So it's ball 4 for Groh, and that's going to bring up Roush with runners on first and second. Reds are 0-2 in the series. And we're going to Ed Roush. He is an icon. And here's the pitch on the chemistry chart. Well, actually, Roush is with Cincinnati, so he is dissonant. So that's going to be a 3-5. Pitching team dissonant? No. Otherwise, it's a ground out, bounced out to short with a 3 and fielder's choice. So it's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice. And that puts runners on the corners with 2 outs. For the next batter, Duncan. Pat Duncan, right-handed hitter. Duncan is in left field. We go back to the regular chart. And here's the pitch from Kerr. That is a 2-3-6 and a 2-3-6 double control or dynamic. No. Pitcher batting. No. Ball 4. So that's going to load up the bases. So struggling here with his control is Kerr. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Kopf. I think they spelled the name wrong. It's supposed to be K-O-P-F. They spelled it K-A-P-F. So it's the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. And the shortstop, Kopf, is up. And here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-2-4. 1-2-4 says control. He's semi-control. And the decider die says he is control. So that's going to say ground out to short. And that'll end the inning. So he extricated himself from a precarious situation. And we move to the bottom of the first now. It's going to be the Chicago White Sox. Nemo Leibold against Ray Fisher, the Cincinnati pitcher. Get through this inning. And that's a 1-1-4. And is he fresh? He sure is. That's bounced up the middle. And getting there is Kopf. And over to first. And in time, 1 away. So nice play by Kopf, who read the ball well and was moving that way. Seemed as the batter was swinging. And here's Eddie Collins. 1 out. Pitch from Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher's a star and a control. And that's a 1-4-5, and a 1-4-5 is going to be a struggler. No, it's going to be bounced out to third base. Third baseman Groh over to first. 2 down, 2 ground outs to start off the inning. And now it's going to be Buck Weaver. It's a fun game. It's based on qualities as opposed to numbers. So the cards don't have numbers, but they have language, which is very uncomfortable for some people. 156, it's a blank under the pitcher. Then it asks me if he's a whiffer. He is not a whiffer. So it's outfield drama. Again, that 156 constantly takes us to outfield drama, and that brings the defenses in a lot. It's going to be a 1-6. A 1-6 right fielder, Stoic. So the right fielder is Neal. I don't know that he's stoic. He is not stoic. He's semi-active. So that's a no. And makes a diving play of a lineout. So a nice catch. We'll do that L9, and that's going to end the inning and retire the side. So in the previous inning for the Reds, it was no runs on 1 hit, and the bases were left loaded. And for this inning, it's no runs, no hits, and nobody left. Go to the top of the second inning. In a 0-0 tie, this is a best-of-9 series, but the Reds are down 2, so they really need to get something going here. All righty. We are in the top of the second inning here in Comiskey Park in Chicago, 1919 World Series History Maker Baseball. If you haven't seen this game, check it out. Uses qualities rather than numbers. And you can see the cards there. So it's going to be Neal, Raritan, and Fisher. And use a book, and you do have to page flip a little bit. Sometimes a lot. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes a little bit. Here's Dickie Kerr on the mound for the White Sox, Black Sox. Greasy Neal. And it's 226. So 226 is a hit by pitch. See below, the decider die is going to say yes. So he gets plumped. And Greasy Neal takes first. Doesn't rub it. This is 1919. And it's Bill Raritan. I'm going to square with Raritan. And that's a 6. So that's going to be a strikeout. Raritan strikes out. Bunts the 0-2 count, foul. Fisher up next, the pitcher. Pitch from Kerr. And it's a 2.55. 2.55 says, is he a star? No, pitcher is not a star. Home run king? I doubt it. He's a scrapper, semi-eager, and semi-whiffer. He's batting here. So the 2.55 says that's a fly out to left field, 2 out. Under it is the left fielder, Shoeless Joe Jackson. And it turns over the lineup. Maury Rath is up with 2 out and 1 on. The hit by pitch. And that's going to be a 1-1-3, and that's going to ask me, is he ace or dynamic? He's neither. I don't know what dynamic means, and I tried to look for gilded the other day, and I know that it's somewhere in the rules. I just couldn't find it. I'm not going to lose much sleep over it. Ask me if he's a slugger. He's not a slugger. Not at all. Not even close. And that is a check swing. Is that going to drop in? Yes, it does drop in. And that's going to be, runner is going to go runner on 1 base on hits. Active runner score from second on any hit. With 2 outs, any runner scores from second. So it's going to stop. Runners advance on 1 base, unless they're at second base, then they're going to score. So that puts runners on first and second here with 2 outs. So Rat picks himself up a single, little check swing that drops in, dunks in behind the shortstop and in front of the left and center fielders. And here's Jake Dulbert. Jake Dulbert reached on a single in the first inning. Here's a pitch from Kerr. It's a 1-3-6. And a 1-3-6 asks me if he's an ace. The pitcher is not an ace. Whiffer or cold? Is the batter whiffer or cold? Whiffer. Whiffer. No, neither. I think it's going to be a base infield drama. All right, so we're going to probably check the error ratings. The 35 infield drama, 35 third baseman iron. Now third baseman for the White Sox is Weaver. And Weaver is not iron. So that's a no. Third baseman iron? No. Otherwise, it's a routine ground out. Picked up by Weaver over to first and in time to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Shoeless Joe leading off for the White Sox against Ray Fisher, the pitcher for the Reds, using History Maker Baseball. If you haven't used it, try it out. Why not? Life is short. You only live once. Ray Fisher against Shoeless Joe. Let's throw it, and it's a 3.56. And the 3.56 asks me, are they the same? Right, Fisher's a righty and Jackson's a lefty, so that's a no. Utility or sad sack, he's neither. So that's line. Base hit. Pulls one to right. So it's a leadoff single for Shoeless Joe Jackson, who is quite a hitter, by the way. Happy Felsch. And we're going to try to bunt with Felsch. Let's try that again. And that's going to be a 1. That's over here, and one. Oh, I should have rolled again on that other one that I called a strikeout. Oh, guess what? It's life. We make okay. So safe at first, advance, decide or die, ruling, single or an error. Decided, is it a single? No, it's an error. It's an error on the pitcher. It's going to be E1, and that's going to put runners on first and second. We're going to try to bunt again. We're getting better at the bunting with this game. It's a 6, so now we got to roll again. We didn't do that last time. And it's a 1. It's safe at first. Fielder's choice. Lead runner out. And who to go to? That's we'll say it's a pitcher. So it's going to go 1, 2, 6. We have the wheel play on there. Fielder's choice. 1 out. First and second. And Rizzberg's up. It's the wrong side. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter because what we were doing didn't require cards. So Rizzberg's up with runners on first and second. And it's first and second, 1 out. Here's a pitch from Fisher. It's a 1-3-4. 1-3-4 says gold catcher, no. Champion is Rizzberg, no, not at all. So it's outfield drama. So let's get rid of that. And outfield drama, 1-4. Right fielder gold, absolutely not. Otherwise, a batter lines a base hit to right field, a single. Now it's a 1, so batters will move 1 base unless he's active at second base. So at second base is Felsch. Again, I'm looking at the wrong side. Felsch is not, so he's going to hold up at third base. So the bases are loaded. And we're going to go to the experience chart, and I'll show you how that works. Well, because of the red. I don't know where it was. What do we roll? 1-4. See the red right there? The red tells us, hey, it says, okay, go to this chart. And it tells you right here, the bottom line. Well, you're not seeing anything, but it's the book here. It tells you when a certain color comes up where to go. It says the red, go to experience chart. All right, so go to the experience mini chart. It's the mini chart. All right, so you got mini chart and you got micro charts, and they all interlock and interconnect. So now Rizzberg gets on a single, and it's going to be the catcher with the bases loaded, and he's going to be on the experience chart. So let's roll it. And by the way, he's an icon, so that's good. 3-3, so he's an experienced player. 3-3 prospect batter, no. Otherwise, it's fence. So we're going to look at fence. Now he's a scrapper, so the best he can do is hit a triple on a 6. So let's roll it. Oh, Jesus, where'd it go? Where'd that go? I lost my red die. Oh, wow. There it is. Ah. Hiding behind other cards for other games. Got to take a picture of my disaster here on my desk. All right. Let's roll. And that's a 3. So on the fence for a scrapper, it's a single, a base hit single, and let's see, runners advance 2 bases, so 2 runs will score. If there's a stoic runner at first base, he only advances 1 base, and he is not. So 2 runs will score for the Reds. I'm sorry, for the White Sox. Again, the White Sox just come up with a big hit, and everybody moves up 2 bases. And that's 2 RBIs for Shock, who I believe had 3 hits in the first game of the series. He had 3 hits, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Let's see. Can I find that? Oh boy, I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, I can't. Oh wait, here it is. Okay. I found it. Yeah, Shock had 3 hits in the first game. Comes back today and picks up 2 RBIs. Drives in batters 5 and 6. And here's the pitcher with runners on first and third. It's going to be Dickie Kerr. There's only one out. So we're going to play the infield in. And here it is. And that's a 4.66 with the infield in. A 4.66. Asked me if he's control. He is control. So it's going to be a line base hit for the pitcher. So the pitcher drives in a run. And on a 4, runners advance 1 base on groundouts. Runners advance 2 bases on singles. So going to third. So it's a single to left center field for the pitcher, driving in Rizzberg. And he is 7. Batter 7. And that's going to send Schock to third. And here comes Leibold, leadoff hitter for the White Sox. 3-0 so far. 3-0 so far for the White Sox here in the bottom of the second inning. Nemo Leibold against Ray Fisher, and here's a pitch, and that's a 2.26, and the 2.26 again is that hit by pitch, and it's going to be yes, another hit by pitch, but this time on the they hit a player on the White Sox. Originally it was Neal on the Reds who was hit, so a little payback, I presume, and that's going to load the bases, but I don't know if Fisher's wanting to hit anybody right now, because right now he's a struggler. He's allowed 4 consecutive batters. So if it comes up on the chart, a struggler, then he's doomed. Not a good thing. Definitely don't want to be a struggler. So here's Eddie Collins with the bases loaded. They're going to play the corners in the middle back for the double play. And it's going to be a 4.45. And a 4.45 is going to say, is he a workman? Luckily, no. Now, if that's it, struggling, that'd be a double. 4.45 patient. Is Collins patient? He's semi-patient. The decided die says he is not. So it's going to be a ground out to first. And runners advance 1 base on ground outs. So, but the infield is in. Hold on a second. So since it's the first, let's see here. Ground out, base running rules. Infield playing in. And it's a 4. So it's going to be by the first baseman into right field. And runners will advance 1 base. Okay, playing in also reduces the chances of a successful bunt play. Okay, so you can play it on bunts. Decided dive roll, score to score. However, playing in any line-out result on the main chart is a single, and use the appropriate bases running rules. All right, so it's a 4, and let's see what happens on a 4. I think 2 more runs are going to come in. Runners advance 2 bases. So it's a single past the diving first baseman, Dulbert, and scoring is Schock, and then the pitcher behind him going to third is Leibold. And that is 2 RBIs for Collins on that infield in. Ball that's pushed by the first baseman. Couldn't reach, he couldn't get to it. And into right field. So here comes Weaver, first and third. Still only 1 out. It's 5 runs, so this is a struggler on the mound. And it's going to be a 1.16. So 1.16 says, is he fresh? Well, he's a struggler, but I'd say he's fresh because he just started the game. So that's going to be a strikeout. I don't know if you can be a struggler and be fresh, but why not? Because strugglers on some boards and fresh is on other boards. So Joe Jackson with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Right now, it's 5-0. And the pitcher for the Reds, Ray Fisher, has had nothing but bad luck. And that's a 4.46. 4.46 star. He is a star. It's a ground out to second, and that'll end the inning. G4, but the damage has been done. And the White Sox already leading the series 2-0, come up with 5 runs. 5 runs in the bottom of the second inning on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles, an error, a hit by pitch, and they lead it 5-0. We go to the top of the third inning. All right, top of the third, Groh, Roush, and Duncan for the Cincinnati Reds. They're down. They find themselves down 5-0, and the White Sox already up in the series 2-0. Let's do this. Sticky Kerr on the mound for Chicago. So lefty pitching to the righty Groh, and that's a 1-2-2. Take a look in the book. And that's going to be a 1-2-2. Is going to ask me, is he a workman? No, pitcher's not a workman. Then you go next, champ or whiffer. Groh is neither a champ nor a whiffer, and it's going to be a line out to third base. So he rips it to third baseman, Weaver. And that's Heine Groh. And here comes Ed Roush. That's a pitch, and it's a 3-3-4. And it's asked me if he's an ace or a star. He's neither. Sad sack batter, and he is not. And that's lined for a base hit, but with a flag. Asked me if he's eager. No, he's not. So he rips one to left field. Goes the opposite way. And he's on at first. So runner on first. What is that? All right, here goes. And that's a 1-5-6. And that's going to ask me if he's a whiffer. Duncan is not a whiffer, so that's going to take us to Outfield Drama. And we're going to remove the red. We're going to roll it's a 3-6 in Outfield Drama. Ask me if the left fielder is stoic. Left fielder is Jackson. I greatly doubt he's stoic. Shoeless Joe is not stoic, so that's a no on the 3-6. So then it says otherwise. It's a running fly. It's a running grab of a fly ball. So F7, and that's 2 down. And here's Larry Kopf. Gonna go to. Let me try that. There we go. And here's a pitch. And that's a 3-4-5. So 3-4-5 iron catcher is Shock Iron. He is not. So is the batter a good eye? He is. And that's going to be check with the scorer. Oh no, we go to the umpire. To the umpire charts, mini charts with a runner on first, and we're going to roll 2d6, and that's going to be a 16, and it's strict umpire at home, no. Check swing, disallowed, strike 3. Otherwise, ball 1, batter still at bat, so nothing happens. We go back to the regular charts. Here's the pitch to Kopf, and that's a 2-2-3. And a 2-2-3 asks me if Kerr is wild. He is not. 2-2-3 slugger or utility. Kopf is neither slugger or utility. And now it's a single to left. And let's see. Runners advance 1 base on singles. Runner on first is Roush. And Roush, kind of runner is he? He's just an average runner, so he'll advance 1 base. And with 2 outs, we got runners on first and second. So Cincinnati's got a little something going here. All right. So let's, here comes Larry Kopf with that hit, puts runners on first and second. Here comes Greasy Neely, bats from the left side, so lefty on lefty. Here's a pitch, and that's a 3-4-6. 3-4-6 is under the pitcher column is blank. Then Eager asked me if he's eager. He is not. It's a base on balls. That's going to take us to the chemistry, and they're dissonant. The Reds are dissonant. They got the bases loaded, and here comes the catcher. So this is a big opportunity for Bill Raridan. But we're going to be looking at the chemistry chart, and he's dissonant. And we're going to roll through this. Still too early for pinch hitters or anything like that. It's a 1-5. Pitching team harmony, yes. Outfielder makes a sliding grab of a looping liner. So it's lined to center field, and right there, sliding to make the catch is Felsch. And that, my friends, retires the side, and they lead 3. So no runs, 2 hits, and a walk. They leave the bases loaded. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's going to be Felsch, Gandil, and Rizzberg. Against Ray Fisher, who's it's a lot of fun. He's given up 5 runs, but those runs were aided by an error. So it's really 4 runs. But if he gets into any trouble here, he'll probably get pulled. And that's going to be a 3-4-6. And a 3-4-6 is a blank. And then they asked me if Felsch is eager. He is not. That's going to be a base on balls. It's going to take us to chemistry. So Felsch walks. He's on at first. And we're going to do chemistry. There it goes. It's a 2-6. Batting team harmony. Yes, it is. Fired up batter chops a single. And that's got a sign there. It's got a delta sign, but there's no delta sign on Gandil. So the 2-6 ends up being a fired up a single, and under the 2, runners advance 1 base on hits. Oh no, that's under the 1. Under the 2, runners advance 1 base on singles, 2 bases on double. Active runners score. Blah blah blah. Okay. So runner advances 1 base, and that's going to put runners on first and second. A walk and a single, and let's check the bullpen here, because I promised I was not going to let this thing get out of hand. All right, we're going to pull off a double switch here. It's going to be Ivy Wingo taking over behind the plate for the Reds. And on the mound is going to be Dolph Luque. He's born in Havana, Cuba. Interesting. And he ends up getting buried in Havana, Cuba. And so it's going to be Swede Rizzberg, and Dolph Luque is going to be an ace for this one batter. So let's see what happens here. We needed to make a change. Pitcher was just struggling too much. Here's a pitch. All right, say 2-4-3. 2-4-3 is 2-3-4. My mistake. 2-3-4. Runners on base, plate drama. Okay, so we're going to plate drama, and we're going to roll on that. And it's going to be a 2-6 plate drama, and it's going to say catcher iron. So is the Reds catcher iron? Wingo. He is not iron. So otherwise, it's right down the pipe, and the catcher glows it for a strike. And now we're going to go to the umpire chart, or mini chart, if you will. with the bases loaded. We're going to roll on that. And that's going to be a 1-6. Strict umpire at home? No. Other umpires rule runner safe at home. So runner on third ruled out at home after collision with catcher. Other umpires rule runner safe at home. And I guess that's one of the interesting things about this game. In certain respects, it doesn't tell you the first part of what happened, right? It's going to tell you just the second part about what happened. It doesn't happen very often, but some of these mini charts and the micro charts and so on can get a little bit confusing. Then, of course, you have your event result charts. There's a lot of charts in this game. So let's figure this out. The bases are loaded. And we could just say, hey, he stole the base. Actually, it says, it says fielder's choice. So there's a fielder's choice. So the ball's hit back to the pitcher. That's where my imagination comes in. Ball's hit back to the pitcher. He flips it back to the catcher. But the umpire rules him safe at home. So it's going to be a fielder's choice, and the run will score. I don't know. First of all, it's runners on first and second. Okay, so I was looking at the bases loaded chart. That's my first mistake. Okay, let's go to first and second. It's a 16. Strict umpire at home? No, it's respected. Other umpires, ball 2, batter still at bat. There you go. Problem solved. Now I'm going back to the original mini chart. I'm not going to stay on that chart. I may be playing that wrong, but it doesn't matter to me. 2-5-6. So it's going to ask me if the pitcher's a struggler. He is not. Champion or patient batter? Neither. It's infield drama. There we go. So now back to another chart, infield drama chart. And that's going to be a 5-6. It's a first baseman gold. All right. No, first baseman's not gold. Otherwise, ball sails over the head, batter safe at first on an error. Okay, so first baseman gold. Throw from the infielder. He is a righty, so he bounces one to short, and it's a high throw. And the first baseman leaps and fails to reach the ball, so it's an error on the shortstop. And it's a one base error, so that's going to be an E6, and it's going to load the bases. So the bases are loaded. That's going to bring up Shock. And 5-6. Okay. We go back to the regular chart. 3 dice. Dolph Luke. And it's going to be a 3-6-6. 3-6-6. It's a blank in the pitcher column. Then it's ask me if he's a pinch hitter. No. It's a fly out to center field. And let's see. Stoic runner on third, holds, others score. So it's going to be a sac fly. We're going to look at Felsch, see what kind of runner he is. Felsch should be a blank. Yeah. So he will tag up and score. So it's a sac fly for Shock. Scoring is Felsch. And here comes Kerr, the pitcher. A semi-scrapper, semi-patient. And here's a pitch with runners on first and second now. It's going to be a 4-5-5 and a 4-5-5 flash. He is not flash. Home run king. Pitcher is definitely not a home run king. It's a ground ball to first. And it will runners advance on this. Ground ball to first, runners advance. So bounce to first, play there by Dulbert, but both runners move up. Second and third now with 2 outs. And this is the top of the lineup. Nemo Leibold. Leibold today is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. And here's a pitch from Dolph Luke. And that is a 1-3-5. And that 1-3-5 is blank blank. It's going to take us to unusual play results with a red 1. So a red 1 and a black 5. All right, so we're going to roll 2d6, and that's going to be a 4-5. It's going to say prospect catcher makes poor pitch call, ripped to center for a single. Icon catcher, batter strikes out. So it all depends on what kind of catcher Cincinnati has. Cincinnati switched their catcher. It's Wingo. He's an icon experienced catcher, and this is going to save him because an icon catcher, batter strikes out, and that will end the inning. Holy smokes. So we got really lucky there by making that change. I don't know if I don't know if the previous catcher, Raridan, he was an icon as well. So he also would have made that call. And that ends the inning with only 1 run coming in, which is not too bad. We minimized the damage there. And the score is going to be 6-0, White Sox. So 1 run on 1 hit and an error. And we move to the top of the 4th. It's going to be Wingo, the new catcher, Rath, and Dulbert. All right, we're at the top of the 4th. Score is 5-0. Chicago. They're already up 2-0 in this series. And it's going to be Dickie Kerr for Chicago against Ivy Wingo, the catcher. Came in on a double switch, and that's a 2-3-4. Let's see if we can track this down. 2-3-4, a runner is on base. No, hot batter. Wingo is not the hot batter. And it's going to be a pop-up. And on the left side, third baseman Weaver's there. And he puts it away for out number 1. Now we have Maury Rath and Jake Dart. Here's a pitch from Dickie Kerr, left-hander. And that's a 1-3-6 and a 1-3-6. It asked me if he's an ace. He is not. It's a whiffer or cold batter, and I believe he is the cold batter. So he strikes out. Yes, sirree. Oh, it's before the 5th, and before the 5th he's semi-cold, but the decider die says he is cold, so he does strike out. All righty. Eddie Collins. Actually, he's the official cold batter versus the right now cold batter, which would be different. So I think the right now cold batter would be a batter who is a semi until the 5th. After the 5th, then he would be full cold. In this case, he's the actual cold batter in the game for that team, so he would that semi would not apply. So there's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th, and it's Dulbert. Jake Dulbert today is 1-4-2, singled and grounded out. And that's a 1-2-3, a 1-2-3 flash and fresh, no, blank, and then it's grounded to the shortstop. Unless red is a 1, it's going to be an error on the shortstop, E6. It's an error on the shortstop here with 2 outs, puts Dulbert at first, and here's Heine Groh. And all right, that's going to be a 2-3-5. 2-3-5. Ask me if Kerr's wild. No. Is the batter eager? He is not. And it's a ground out to second base unless he's patient. He is semi-patient. The side that says he is patient, and that's going to be ball 4. So that puts runners on first and second for the Reds. They've got something here, got something going, mounting a little threat. And here comes Roush, Ed Roush, left fielder for the Cincinnati Reds, 1919. History Maker Baseball. His pitch, and that is a 3-5-5, and that's going to be Struggler or Gilded. He's not a Struggler. Gilded, I can't find that. So we're going to go next one. Champion. He's semi-champion. The side die says he is. That's a drive. And that's going to be a Sigma sign, but there is no Sigma on his card. So that's going to be a drive over the center fielder's head. Is going to hit off the base of the wall. And a lead 3 is going to runners advance on any hit. No stock runner. Runners advance to base on any hit, single or double. So we're going to get a run scoring for the Reds finally. Yeah, on that error on the shortstop. And then we're going to stop Grow at third base, and it's going to be a double for Roush, an RBI double for Roush, and it's second and third, and here comes Pat Duncan. Pat Duncan is the left fielder for the Reds. So it's 5-1 now, 5-1. And here comes Duncan. Duncan bats from the right side, pitch from Kerr. And that's a 1-1-2, and that's asked me if he's flash. He is not. Satsack, he is not. And we're going to check with the scorer. So that means we're going to have to roll one die and see what happens. So let's remove. And that's going to be a 5, and error charged to the third baseman. So it's booted by the third baseman, Weaver. And that'll allow another run to score. Moving to third is Roush, and that's an E5. Remember, this is the small glove era with the poor infields, terrible infields. And here comes Larry Kopf. And here's the pitch to Larry Kopf. And that's a 125, and that's going to be a struggler. He's allowed 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's been errors, but he's still struggling right now. The errors are not helping him, so that's going to be a fence check. That's going to be a fence check, and Kopf is a scrapper. So we're going to roll one die. I'm going to allow him to fence check, and that's going to be a 1. That's going to be a single on a 1. Any runner scores from second on any hit with 2 outs, so that's going to be 2 runs are going to come around. Oh, no, actually, it's 1 run, and the other run's going to go to third. And that's 5-3. So that's going to be a single. Let me double check something. Runners advance 1 base on hits. Active runner scores. Not active. So we're going to have a runner that's going to stop at second base, not go to third. If he was at second, he'd score, but on first, he doesn't. He just stops at second base. So first and second, and here comes Neal, Greasy Neal. 1919 World Series replay using History Maker Baseball. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. Get some great conversations, some great dialogue and discussions back and forth. All right. And here's Greasy Neal, Dickie Kerr with the pitch. And that's a 4.56, and a 4.56 is going to be a blank against the pitcher. He's going to ask me if he's patient. He is not. It's going to be a fly ball. And that's center fielder Felsch over. Under, makes the catch. And that's 3 runs come in on 2 hits. And a couple errors and a walk. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Collins, Weaver, and Jackson coming up. Score now is 5-3. So the Reds are back in the game. Yes, sirree. It's going to be the pitcher spot. I have pitcher cards. I just don't know where they are right now, so we're going to just do this. So it's going to be Eddie Collins leading off with Luque, Dolph Luque, pitching for the Reds. That's a 1.56, and a 1.56 is a blank. Whiffer is not a whiffer. That's going to be outfield drama. So we're going to drop 2 dice on the outfield drama chart, and that's a 3-4, and it's a left fielder iron. Left fielder is Duncan. Let's see. Duncan is not iron, so that's a no on the 3-4. 3-4 no. Otherwise, easy fly ball. So it's F7. One away. Here comes Weaver. Buck Weaver. Buck Weaver today is 0 for 2. Pitch from Luke, and that's a 4-4-5. And I think at 4-4-5. 4-4-5 checks Workman, no. Patient, he is not. And it's a ground ball first base. G3. Bounce to Dulbert, who steps on the bag ahead of Weaver. And here's Shoeless Joe. Here's a pitch. And that's a 4-6-6. 4-6-6 control pitcher. He is semi-controlled. Decided I says yes. That's line. Base hit to left. So that's a second hit for Shoeless Joe. He's 2 for 3 today. Second single for him. 2-out single. And here's Happy Felsch. Happy Felsch, right-handed hitter. Happy Felsch is 0 for 1. Reached on an error and then walked. Here's a pitch from Luke. It's a 1-3-4. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. I don't think so. Wingo is not a gold catcher. No. So 1-3-4, not a gold catcher. Champion. Happy Felsch is not a champion, so it's going to be outfield drama. I'm going to drop 2 dice, 2 D6s on the outfield drama chart. 25, and that is center fielder Iron. Let's see. Center fielder Roush. Don't know that he's iron. He is not iron. So it's a 2-5. No, otherwise it's a running grab of a looping liner. So that's L8, and that will retire the side. Go to the top of the 5th now. Leading off is going to be the pitcher, Luke. He's a scrapper and a good eye. Actually, I had a result that was a chemistry result, but no. Okay, so let's continue here. Here's a pitch, Kerr to Luke, and it's going to be a 5-6-6. 5-6-6 wild. He is not wild. Good eye. Luke is not a. He is a good eye, and that's going to be a foul tip. Still a bat. He's got another bat. So that's a 2-5-5. He asked me if he's a star. He is not. Home run king. Luke is not. It's a fly out to left. All right, 1 out. It's Wingo up with 1 out. And that's a 4-6-6 again. Control pitcher. He's semi-control. He is control. That's line to left for base hit. So a single for Wingo. And that rhymes. He's on at first. And here is Wrath, who's the cold batter for the day. That hurt him last time. Here's a pitch, and it's a 126. So 126 is fresh. He's semi, you know what inning is this? This is the 5th. He is going to be fresh until the 6th. So that's line to second base for out number 2, L4. And here's Dulbert. Jake Dulbert. And it's a pitch. It's a 3-4-6. 3-4-6 is a blank. Asked me if he's eager. He's semi-eager. Decided I says no. And it's a base on balls. So runners on first and second now for the Reds. So the tying run is on at first. Heine Grow. Pitch from Kerr. And that's a 2-3-3. 2-3-3. Ace or star? Neither. Slugger? He is not. It's a fly out to center, and that'll end the inning. So he pops one up high in the air to center field. Drifting over is Felsh. She's under it, and that retires a side. So that's the end of the fifth, of the top half of the fifth inning. And we go to, that's no runs on one hit, and we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's going to be leading off Gantel, Rizzberg, and Schock, catcher. Pitch from Luque. And that's a 3-4-6 blank there. Asked me if he's eager. He is eager, and that's a fly out to center. One away. Next up is Swede Rizzberg. And that's a 3-3-6. 3-3-6 ace or dynamic. Neither. Sat-sack utility or patient. Nope. And it's a single to center. So that's ripped to center for a 1-out single for Rizzberg. And that's going to take us to the red chart, which is the micro, I believe it's a micro chart. It's a mini chart, excuse me. Player experience mini chart. Player experience, it's icon for Ray Schock. So let's see what happens. We're going to roll 2d6 on this. And that's going to be a 3-5 player experience. 3-5 icon batter. Yes. Adjust his swing and loops a single to left. That's a 3. Runner will advance 2 bases, and he'll go to third. So we got first and third situation. They're going to have to bring the infield in here. Actually, they're going to bring the corners in and the middle halfway for double play. Pat Duncan is up. No, I'm on the wrong side. I'm sorry. It's the pitcher who's up, Dickie Kerr. So Dickie Kerr is up, and he's a scrapper patient. Gonna roll. Here goes. And that's a 2-5-6. 2-5-6 struggler. Not a struggler. Champion or patient. Dickie Kerr is semi-patient. The status I says he is his walk. So they walk the pitcher. It's going to load the bases. Ouch. And here comes Leibold. Here comes Leibold. Wow. So Dickie Kerr walks. Bases loaded. Doing the same thing. Corners in. Middle. Looking for that double play. Here's a pitch. And that's a 125, and a 125 is a struggler. He's not a struggler yet. He's allowed 3 in a row. He needs 1 more to be a struggler. Is he a semi-struggler with 3 in a row? I believe he's a semi-struggler with 3 in a row. Oh, man. My memory. Haven't played this in a while. Yeah, he's a semi-struggler. So that was, where were we? That was a 1... all right, so it was a 1-2-5. He's a semi-struggler, and a semi-struggler. That means to be a struggler would have to be a bullet. It is not. So we go to the next one. Patient. And Roush is not patient. And so it's going to be a ground out to third base. Well, actually, Leibold is up. So hold on a second. So he's allowed 3 in a row with 1 out. Bases are loaded for Leibold. And we rolled a 1-2-5. So it's going to be struggler. He's not, because the bullet's not there. So then patient. He is patient. It's going to be a walk, but there's eyeglasses. Questionable strict umpire. He's nope. He's neither. Questionable strict umpire calls strike 3. Other umpires call ball 4. That's going to force in a run. So that's going to be a walk. And a run will score. Everybody moves up. So an RBI. Rizzberg scores, and that's an RBI for Leibold. That is number 7. Batter 7. That scores. And here comes Collins. So Dolph Luque is a little frustrated at this point. Got the bases loaded. He's a struggler now. And here's a pitch. That's a 1-1-6 and a 1-1-6. Asked me, is he fresh? Well, he's semi-fresh. This is his second inning of work, I believe. second inning of work. Actually, no, this is his third inning. So he's got no rating right now. Okay, so he's got no rating, so it's a 116. Fresh, no. Utility or sat sack. He's neither. Eddie Collins is neither. It's going to be a single to left. And on that one, with one out, runners advance one base. And is there an active runner at second base? Runner at second base is Kerr, and he is not active. So one run will score on a single. Bases are still loaded. RBI single for Collins. And the score now, it was 5-3. Now it's 7-3. And the bases are continue to be loaded. Now everybody's going to come in. Weaver at the plate. All right, there he is. And here's a pitch from Luque. That's a 2-3-6. 2-3-6. Double control. He's semi. No. Pitcher batting. No. And it's a base on balls. Another walk. Holy smokes. It's going to force in another run. And now the score is 8-3. White Sox are just pouring it on at this point. And up comes shoeless Joe Jackson with only one out right now. And that's going to be it for Luque. We're going to have to go into the bullpen and see who else they can bring, because this has gotten out of hand. Okay, Jimmy Ring comes into the game. He throws from the right side. He's going to face shoeless Joe, who's a lefty batter. Bases loaded. We're playing the infield in. And that's going to be a 2-2-5. 2-2-5 asked me if he's a star. He is a star, so it's going to be a ground ball to the infielder of your choice. Unfortunately, we're playing in, and it is a 2. So with the bases loaded, a DP, they're going to go home. So it's going to be a ground ball to third. He's going to go home for one, back to first, and they get out of the inning. So Jimmy Ring comes up huge. 5-2-3 double play with the bases loaded. And that's the end of the fifth inning. But unfortunately for the Reds, the White Sox pick up 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks. And they lead it by a score of 8-3. We go to the top of the 6th inning. So shoeless Joe bounces into a bases loaded double play. And it's Ed Roush leading off against Dickie Kerr. Here in the top of the 6th inning. And that's a 4-5-6 and a 4-5-6. It's blank under the pitcher. Patient for the batter. He is not patient. It's going to be a fly out to center, and that's going to take us to the chemistry chart. Always seems to work against the Reds because they keep on losing. And that's how I do it. All right, so chemistry chart for Duncan. That's a 3-6, and batting team harmony, no. Otherwise, it's a pop-up to left field. F7, 2 out. And here comes Larry Kopf. Pitch from Kerr, and that's a 1-1-6. 1-1-6 is he's fresh. This is the 6th inning. He is fresh. Strike 3, and that retires the side. Easy inning. Super easy inning here in the top of the 6th inning for Dickie Kerr. No runs, no hits, none left. We move to the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Felsch leading off against Jimmy Ring, who came in the previous inning and got shoeless Joe to grind out to a double play, a 5-2-3 double play. Here's a pitch to Happy Felsch. It's a 4-5-6, 4-5-6. Blank under the pitcher. Patient. He is not. That's a fly out to center. That's going to take us to the chemistry chart. 1 out. Chemistry chart for Gandil. Chick Gandil. Chemistry chart. Let's do it. And that's a 3-5 and a 3-5. Pitching team dissonance, and that's a yes. Infield lets the ball get past him for a single. So 1 out single, and here's Rizzberg. Swede Rizzberg. And it's a 3-5-6. 3-5-6, same. Well, he's a righty, and that's a strikeout. That's your splits right there, taking effect. Here's Ray Shock. And it's a 4-5-6. 4-5-6, blank there. Patient. Shock is semi-patient. The side that says he is ball 4. And that's another walk. Boy, they've given up 3, 4, 5 walks today. And here's a pitcher, Kerr. And that's a 1-4-5, 1-4-5 struggler. He is not. Blank. It's a bounce out to first for the pitcher, and that ends the inning. Go to the top of the 7th inning. So that was no runs, 1 hit. And top of the 7th, it's 8-3 Chicago. They're ready to lead the series by 2 runs, by 2 games. Excuse me. And it's going to be leading off. It's going to be Greasy Neal leading off against Kerr. A top of the 7th, 8-3 White Sox, and it's the Reds are due up. Tiki Kerr versus Neal, Ring, and Wingo. Playing History Maker Baseball, Game 3 of the 1919 World Series. It's 126, and that's going to say fresh. Is it the 7th? It is the 7th, so he's semi-fresh. Decided die says he is, so that's a strikeout. Line out to second base. So it's Neal who rips one to second, and he's retired. So now it's the pitcher, Jimmy Ring. Scrapper, eager whiffer. Not much of a hitter. And that's a 3-6-6. And that's going to be blank under the pitcher column. Pinch hitter, no. Fly out to center. 2 out. Over is the center fielder, Felshin makes the catch. And now it's Wingo. 8-3 White Sox. Top of the 7th. 2-4-5. And 2-4-5 under the pitcher column is blank. Ask me if he's a hero. He is not. And it's popped up to second base. And that's red, so that's going to tell us that we're going to go to the player experience chart for, let's see who's up. That's going to be Leibold, Nemo Leibold. So we're going to roll 2 dice for him. Pitch from Jimmy Ring. It's a 5-5. The player experience chart. Leibold is semi-icon. Full count. Batter steps out of the box. Timeout. Play resumes. Roll dice. Roll decided die for base on balls or strikeout. Okay, so it's going to be a strikeout. That's 1 down. Eddie Collins is next, and that is a 2-4-6 control. He is semi-control. The set die says he is. That's ground out right back to the mound. Ring feels his position. That's 2 away. Boy, this game has settled down a lot. The first 3 innings were never ending. A lot of base runners, and all of a sudden it's really quieted down. That's a 2-4-5. 2-4-5 is blank under the pitcher. Is he a hero? He's a semi-hero. The side of the dice says he is not. It's popped up to second. That will retire. That will end the 7th inning. So no runs, no hits for both teams in that 7th inning. We'll go top of the 8th. 8-3 White Sox. They lead the series 2-0. It's going to be, Wingo, I believe, made the last out. Yes. So it'll be Rath leading off the top of the 8th. Tiki 116, and ask is he's fresh. He's semi-fresh, and it's going to be a strikeout. Tiki does have a shutout going. Next up is Dulbert, Jake Dulbert, lefty batter, 2-4-5. Hero, he's not a hero, so that'll be a pop at the second base, and that'll take us to the player experience chart. I should have been there with the last batter. So let's do it now. Heine Grow, I'm going to use 2 dice on this. Player experience, Grow is blank. And it's a 2-6. Icon pitcher, no. Otherwise, batter drops a single over second. So it's a single for Heine Grow, and that's his first hit of the day. He's walked twice. Ed Roush. We go over to the regular chart now. And it's a 1-5-6. And it's a 1-5-6. Blank under the pitcher. Ask me if he's a whiffer. He is not. And it's going to be Outfield Drama. So I'm going to drop 2 on the Outfield Drama chart. And that's a 3-6. It's going to ask me about the left fielder. And the left fielder is not 3-6. Left fielder is Gold. And he makes a running play. Nice running play by Shoeless Joe Jackson. All right, so that's no runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We move to the bottom of the 8th inning. And guess who's up? Shoeless Joe against Jimmy Ring. And I'm going to throw one more. 156. And 156 is a blank under the pitcher. Ask me if he's a whiffer. He's not. Outfield Drama again. So 1-2. Right fielder Iron. I don't think so. Right fielder is Neil. Neil is not Iron. So he makes a routine catch. So 1 out for Jimmy Ring. Happy Felsch is up. Felsch today is 0 for 3. The walk, and that's at 166. Workman and Gilded, no. Whiffer. Happy Felsch is not a whiffer. So grind out to third, and it takes us to experience. 2 down. Experience chart for Gandil. Gandil is Icon versus a no rating. 4-5. Prospect batter, no. Hard to field grounder, batter out at first. Active batter safe. So it's going to be, he's a righty, will make it to short. And that'll be out number 3. So that's the end of the 8th inning. So top of the 9th, it's going to be last licks here for the Reds. So no runs, no hits in that inning for the White Sox. I'm going to go to top of the 9th. All right, so the White Sox are winning 8-3. This, if they hold on, they will be up in the series. It's the best of 9, so you're looking at about 5 games, and this is the 3rd game for the White Sox. It's a 1-1-5. and asked me if he's fresh in the 8th inning. This is the 9th inning, so he's semi-fresh. The side of the dice says he is fresh, so that'll be a pop fly to third base. He does have a shutout going, and next batter is Larry Kopf. And it's a 3-5-6. 3-5, 3-5-6 says same. Let's see, Kopf is a switch hitter, so that's a no. Utility or sad sack, that's a no. And it's a single. So Kopf is on with a hit. 1 out hit. And next is Greasy Neal. And it's 4-6-6. Control pitcher. He's semi-controlled. The side die says no. Home run king or slugger. He is not. It's going to be a difficult ground ball with a 4-6-6. Runners advance 1 base. Neal is a lefty that'll bang down to second base, and runner will move up. 2 out, runner on second. And now it's the pitcher, so we're going to get a pinch hitter. Let's grab a pinch hitter real quick here. All right, pinch hitting is going to be Sherry McGee. Pitch from Dickey, runner on second. It's a 3-3-6. 3-3-6 ace or dynamic, no. Sad sack, utility, or patient. He's a utility, and that's going to be call strike 3, and the ball game's over. No runs, 1 hit in that final inning. Let's look at some of what went on here in this game. So the final score, 8 to. For some reason, I thought he had a shutout going on. Anyway. That last thing, maybe he shouldn't have been a fresh pitcher, but that's all right. It's not. I don't play this all the time, so I'm expected to make a few faux pas. It's not like it made the difference in the game or anything like that. Here we're just kind of emphasizing the hits. So I'm saying that the Reds got some hits. Let's emphasize the base on balls a little bit to look at that. Got one here, another one there. A lot of errors in these early games. Basically 2 errors per team per game. So that's 5 walks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 hits, 5 walks, and how many errors did they commit? That's 1 by the pitcher, 1 by the shortstop. So 2 errors. And the White Sox also committed a couple of errors as well. See how many hits for the White Sox. Got one big one there, another one here. No home runs in these games. It's not like modern baseball. So that's 4 in that column. 6. Another 3, 9. 2, that's 11. 11 hits. Let's see how many walks they picked up. Oh, that's a lot right there. That's going to be 6 so far. No, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 walks as well. All right, so it's going to be Reds 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. White Sox 8 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors. And the White Sox take a 3-0 lead here in the series. So, the White Sox, I believe, were expected to win, but because of the accusations of fixing the game in the end, they lost, and it was said that they lost because, of course, of the $5,000 that was given to the 8 players. And based on my replay here, the White Sox are definitely the better team so far. We'll see what happens in Game 4, and that'll be coming up. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. This is the History Maker Baseball 1919 World Series. The 1919 card set is not available at the store anymore. I was lucky enough to get a hold of one. And thanks for watching. I will see you guys soon. Check out Universal Baseball Association on Facebook and all its affiliated Facebook pages as well. And I will see you guys soon. Keep on rolling. Take care.